Hi everyone, and welcome to your kettlebell video. We're going to get straight into the warm-up then, starting with circling the arms. If you can watch the video and take the cues for the rest of the moves for the warm-up, I'm going to talk you through the workout for today. So, I have quite a challenging workout for you. 3 sets. Each set will have 4 moves that will repeat 3 times through. That makes up set 1. Then we'll have a minute's break to have a drink, a little bit of a cool down and a breather. Then set 2 will follow the same. 4 moves, repeat 3 times. A minute's break, and then set 3 with the same format. It's a whole body workout, top to toe, arms, abs, back and legs. Think about your space you're using. Make sure you've got plenty of space around you and above you. We will be taking the kettlebell above our head. You might see me looking up frequently. I have quite a low ceiling on my studio, so I don't want to take the light fixings out obviously. So yeah, make sure you've got plenty of space around you. Today I'm using a 6 kilo and a 4 kilo kettlebell. It's totally up to you what weights you want to use. I've chosen to use the heavier one for the squats, the leg workouts and the kettlebell swings, and the 4 kilo one for the overhead arm stuff and when we're doing individual arms. Keep going with that warm up. We're going to go into forward bend now, nice and straight through the back and through the arms. Use those arms in front of you. If that's too much for your back, by all means take your hands to your hips instead. And again, folding forwards, tummy in, sweep those arms backwards and forwards. Changing it this time, bend the knees and push the feet down into the floor as you stand tall. Circling the arms again. And again, fold forward, bend the knees, push the feet down, lift yourself tall, circle those arms. Making sure that whole body is loosened up and mobilised before we get going. This time a few lunges, just over to the side. Adding on a little jump in between each lunge this time. Start to get the heart rate lifted a little. Setting the body up for the workout to come. So up next we've got the kettlebell swing. Take a hold of your bell with both hands, stand with your feet hip distance apart, squeeze your glutes, little mini swing to start with, then power on through, press the heels into the floor, thrust the hips forwards, bell comes up to about shoulder height. Remember to keep the back straight. Watch those knees, they shouldn't bend forwards. Aim to keep the knees still, send your bottom backwards. We've got 30 seconds for each exercise. So you're just coming up towards the last few seconds of your kettlebell. Here we go, we're going to change now to the deadlift and back row. So folding forwards from the hips, pull that elbow back and then stand tall. Folding forwards, elbow up and back, stand tall. Working the hamstrings and the latissimus dorsi muscles around the back. Again, we've got 30 seconds here. You just passed halfway through. Here's your side view. Legs and the back nice and straight. Remember to keep neck in line with the spine. Are you ready to swap sides then and use the other arm? Keep breathing. You're about halfway with this one. Keep those abs in, nice and strong through the back. So up next we have knee lift and twist. Turn the bell upside down, stepping from one foot to the other. Swing that kettlebell from side to side, twisting through the ribs, working the abs and the waist of course, maybe getting that heart rate up a little too. Keep breathing, you're about halfway. "30 seconds is nearly up. Get ready to change them. We're going to go to a plank swap. Pop that kettlebell just to your side and bring yourself into a plank position. And then your left hand will draw the bell from the right hand side underneath you and place it next to you, continually swapping from one hand to the other. Maintaining nice long neck, shoulders drawn away from the ears, body in line throughout. You can, of course, go onto the knees if you prefer. If you want to modify it, take it down a level. A few more seconds here. And then we're back to the beginning with those kettlebell swings. Here we go, ready to change. Standing with your feet hip distance apart. Little swing to start with, and then press into the heels. Thrust the hips forwards. Swing that bell around about shoulder height. Keep the knees still. Do not bend the knees forwards. Watch your posture all the way through this one. Breathing out as you lift that bell up. And getting ready. We're going to move into that deadlift and back row. So same bell probably. Feet are shoulder width. Bend over. Draw the arm back. Let it drop down and then stand tall again. Use your cores. Keep breathing. Nearly there with this arm. Getting ready to change. 3, 2, 1 and change. Other side then. Same thing. Core engaged. Stay strong through those legs. And keep breathing. About 10 seconds left here. Okay, we're into the knee lift and twist. Ready to turn the bell upside down and step on through. Use your core muscles. Stay nice and tall. Think of your posture. And keep stepping and twisting. Keep breathing, nearly there. Next we have the plank and swap. So take the bell out to the right hand side into your plank position. Left hand draws it underneath you to the left and back again. Shoulders away from the ears. Neck nice and long. Try not to let that bottom pop up in the air. You can always drop down onto the knees if you need to modify it. Keep breathing. You're nearly there. Super, right, set 2 is done. Let's move on to set 3 then. Back to that kettlebell swing. Fix your feet. Little swing, thrusting through the hips, remember. Must use the core, must drive the heels into the floor. And allow the weight of that kettlebell swing forwards and upwards as you thrust the hips forwards. About halfway here. Keep breathing. Remember to keep the knees still. Send your bottom backwards. Okay, time to change into that deadlift and back row. Feet shoulder width. Keep the elbow close to the body. As always, core muscles supporting. Keep breathing, just gone halfway through. So it's time to swap sides now. Let's use the other arm. Off we go, nice and strong. Stay strong, keep breathing. Up next is your knee lift and twist. So turn that bell upside down and step on through. Use your core, twisting and stepping. Keep stepping on through. You're about halfway and the planks are next. Don't worry, after the planks, you've got a full minute's rest. Stay strong, keep breathing. We're going to change to the plank now. Get yourself down to the floor. Set up that strong plank position. Core engaged. Shoulders wide. Back of the neck nice and long. Pass that bell from one side to the other side underneath you. Keep breathing, just gone halfway through. Remember to use the knees if you need to. Not to let the bottom pop up. Your shoulders nice and wide. There we go, well done. That's set one done. You've earned yourself a full minute's rest. So get a drink, have a short walk around, get a breather ready for set two. Okay, are we ready for set two then? So first up we have the American swing. It's just the same as a normal kettlebell swing, only this time you lift it up to above your head and you balance it just for a moment above your head. So keep the knees still, send your bottom back, drive the heels into the floor. That bell hovers above your head just for a split second. Extra weight pushing through the shoulders and the upper back. Of course, if you prefer to keep to the regular kettlebell swing, then do so. Moving on, next we've got a squat and a one arm press. This is where you might want to take it down to a lighter bell. Feet shoulder width, squat down, bell on the back of one hand. Press that hand above your head when you stand tall. The other arm counterbalances out to the side, or it can go to the hip if you want. And with a squat, bottom goes back. Knees stay behind the toes, back is straight, neck in line with the spine. Nice and strong. Ready to swap sides now. 30 seconds on the other side. Here we go. Keep breathing. Breathing out as you push yourself up. Breathing in on the way down. Back straight, neck in line with the spine. Look at the quads. and the glutes and your core. Next, we've got a side lunge and jack. Stay with the small bell. You're going to take a side lunge and then jumping jack in the middle. Watch your overhead space. And then go to the other side. Knees should point in the same direction as your toes. Make sure you get your heels down each time you jack. For muscle support, and keep breathing. And of course we've got some planks to come. This time we're going to do a plank and tap. Set yourself up into your plank with your bell just in front of you. Tap each hand on the bell. The further forwards you take that bell, the harder it's going to be, and of course you can modify it down onto your knees if you want to. Stay strong, bottom in line, neck straight, shoulders drawn back, and breathe. So that's your 4 exercises for this set. So we've got to go through second time round, American swing, maybe with a slightly heavier bell this time. Driving through the heels, sending the hips forwards, bell hovering just a moment above your head. Remember to breathe. Drive the heels down. Thrust the hips, breathe out. So nearly there. The last one. Let's move into the squat and one arm press. Remember, you might want to drop down a weight. Here we go. Squatting down, sending your bottom back, drive the heels down and press that arm above your head whilst the other arm counterbalances out to the side. Keep those knees tracking forwards. Remember, they don't go far forwards, they stay back. All your weight is pressed into your heels. A few seconds more. Time to swap sides then. Remember to keep the core muscles engaged. Use your breathing to help you through. Breathing out to stand tall and press up. Stay strong through those legs. Core engaged all the way through. Up next, side lunge and jack. Same bell probably. Make sure you've got a space either side and overhead. Lunge to one side, jack in the middle, lunge to the other. Stay strong through those legs, remember, keep breathing. Just past halfway through on this one. Just got the plank bell tap to finish this second round on set 2. Stay strong. Set that plank up, shoulders wide, core muscles in, and breathe. Remember to modify if you want, knees to the floor. Keep breathing. You're nearly there. Okay, well done. We are back to the American swing. Once more through with set 2. Steady yourself, check your space. Drive the heels into the floor. Press the hips forwards to swing that weight up and above your head. Superb workout for the whole body, this one. your back, your core, your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, shoulders and the upper back as well. And you're nearly done. Squat and one arm press is next. Remember to change the weight possibly. Steady your feet, plant them into the floor, shoulder width. Off we go, 30 seconds here. Let's check that side view. Back straight. Bottom going backwards. Knees do not go very far forwards. Bell going above your shoulder. Time to swap sides. Steady yourself and off we go. Halfway through. Keep breathing, stay strong. Couple more then. And then we're into the side lunge and jack. Checking your space. Lunge to the side. If you wanted to modify it, instead of jacking in the middle, you can step out, and in with each foot individually. Take the knees, you're going in the same direction as your toes, and breathe. And of course, you've got to have those planks. Put yourself down onto the floor, kettlebell just in front of you. Alternately tap each hand to the bell and back to the floor. Knees of course if you want. Take that bell further forwards for a greater challenge. Keep the shoulders broad, neck in line with the spine, bottom in line with the body. Keep breathing, you are nearly there. Well done, super work, super work. You've got another break now, a whole minute. Take a rest, take a drink, and I'll see you back here shortly. So, are we ready for set 3? Let's get going. We've got a high and low swing this time. Take care, if you've never done this one before, you might want to practice it a few times. Basically, it's a normal kettlebell swing, but for one you stand tall, for the other you stay low. So you keep your knees bent, push your bottom back into your heels, and allow the weight of the bell to draw forwards. And then of course you press the heels down to stand tall and take that bell a bit higher. The low swing, the bell should not come higher than your shoulders. Really use your glutes, use your core muscles, pressure into the heels. You should find a natural rhythm, will come soon. Next is the deadlift and tricep press. Overhead, so I've chosen to go down the bell. Standing with your feet about hip to shoulder width apart, straight legs. Bend forward from the hips, straight arm lift up. tricep press behind your head. Straight arms, come back down. It's quite a long one. It's for the back, it's for the hamstrings, also for the back of the arms. Here's your side view. So straight legs, straight back, straight arms, bend behind your head. Core muscles in as always. Last one then, burpees and overhead pressed next. So perhaps staying with the same bell. Hands to the floor, jump back, jump forward, take the bell, stand tall, press it above your head. So that's your burpee and that's your overhead press. If you're finding it's too much for the burpee, then step one foot, then the other foot back, step one foot, other foot forward. Try and change which leg goes back first each time. Or of course, you can stick with those burpees. You've perhaps only got 10 seconds left here. But this is the one that's going to push you perhaps to your limit. Up next, we've got the Russian twist. You're on your bottom, hovering the feet off the floor, leaning back into a V shape, twisting the upper body from side to side using that weight. If it is too much on your back, possibly, you could plant those feet on the floor. And if you didn't want to use the bell, of course, you could pop that to your side and just do a plain Russian twist without the kettlebell. Keep breathing. Don't just move the arms, make sure the torso twists as well. You're balanced on your bottom. Superb work. Are we ready to come back to standing then? Back to high and low swing. The key here is in your heels and in your bottom. Use the weight of the bell to feel the momentum swing. Core super strong. Keep breathing. Keep that bottom low and that low swing. About 10 seconds left here. Ready to change the weight if you want to as we're going overhead. We've got deadlift and tricep press with those straight arms. Hold the bell upside down, remember, for this one. 2-hand grip on the side of the bell. Core muscles in, fold forwards, drop down and come back up. Straight arms up and over. Nearly there. Ready to change into those burpees. So bounce back and forth or step, of course, if you want to do the modification. As we haven't got single arm exercises on this set does feel a lot quicker. So we didn't have to do right arm and then left arm with anything. Keep breathing, keep those lungs working. Nearly there. Last one. Moving on to the Russian twist. Come down to a seated position. Over the feet. Hold the bell close to your body. Twist the upper body. Twisting from the waist. Keep breathing, try and hover those feet. By all means, modify it if necessary. Super guys, that's round 2 done. We're going to go back to that high and low swing now. Plant those feet. Use your core. 1 high, 1 low. Keep that bottom sat back for the low one. Nearly there. One more. Deadlift and tricep press. Possibly smaller bell. Upside down hold. Feet hip to shoulder width apart. Then forwards, up and over the head with a straight arm. Keep that core locked in, especially when you go overhead. Keep those elbows high. Keep breathing. The last one then. Burpees and overhead press is next. Hang in there guys, you're nearly done. Just this and the Russian twist left. Remember to step out if you prefer. Couple more. Well done, let's move on to the Russian twist now. Sitting on your bottom, cover those feet if you can, lock into the core muscles, back nice and straight in that V shape. Twist your ribcage and shoulder from side to side. Keep breathing. Hang on in there. Just a couple more then. Hang in there. And we are done. Well done everyone. Super work from you today. Do hope you enjoyed it. It's time to stretch out now. So it's time to take it into the cool down. From that seated position, I'd like you to take a few deep breaths in, sweep the arms up over your head, allow the lungs to fill with air, give yourself a few deep breaths. This time taking the arms up, we're going to reach over to one side, pulling on the hand, same to the other side on the next breath. Onto all fours now, core muscles in, curl the toes under, press back into downward facing dog. Think about pressing the hands into the floor. Bend those knees a little if you want to, then straighten them back. And maybe rock the hips from side to side just to loosen out a little through the hips. Down the torso. Press your chest and your toes. And breathe. Coming down now, we'll go to child's pose. Sit your bottom back into your heels. On the next breath out, take those arms further forwards and press the chest a little deeper into the floor. Coming onto your back now, we're going to go into the number 4 stretch. So cross one foot over just above the knee, over the other leg. Lift the other leg off the floor. Pull that leg in. So the knee pops out to the side, stretching the hip. You can circle the top foot around a couple of times in each direction, just to loosen out if you wish. From there, you're going to pull that bent knee into the chest, stretch the other leg out long. And then we'll move into the hamstring stretch, so straighten that lifted leg. Holding on behind the thigh, behind the calf. Maybe if you've got a band handy, you can hold onto the foot with the band. But do keep the leg straight and keep your bottom on the floor. Let's change sides now then. Cross the leg over. Drop the knee out, pull the foot off the floor and hold on to that thigh. Feel the hips stretch out nicely. And then pull the bent knee into the chest, stretch the other leg out long. Circling the foot if you wish, of course. Into the hamstring. Use the band, hold the foot, the calf, or the thigh. Try and avoid holding the knee because you want to keep that leg straight. Take that bent leg over to one side whilst the arm reaches in the opposite direction for a lying twist. The eyes looked towards the outstretched hand. Gently swap over. Good long stretch through the middle of the body. And take both knees into the chest. Circle the knees and the hips around a couple of times in each direction. Massaging the back into the floor. Then bring yourself back up onto all fours. We'll do cat and cow. So tuck the chin and bottom under as you breathe in. Breathe out, drop the belly down. Stick your bottom and chin out. And then we'll go into thread the needle. I've got two versions for you here. The outstretched leg is the extension. So for instance, your left leg would go out to the side, the left arm would reach through. But if you find that's too much of a struggle, then don't take the left leg out to the side. Stay on both knees. That top arm can drop behind your back, drawing the shoulder back to encourage the body to twist. And then we simply do the other side with the extended leg or not, completely up to you. But don't force it if it doesn't feel natural and good through the hips. Look after your shoulder with this one. You can leave that top hand on the floor for support if you want. We're going to stay on our knees. If you're not comfy on your knees, of course, then bring yourself down to your bottom. Let's do eagle wings. Imagine you've got a 10-foot wingspan. Flex and bend through the torso, opening out the chest, opening out the back as those arms draw forwards and back. And then finally, take yourself down onto your front. Rest your forehead on the back of one hand. The other hand takes a hold of the foot, pulls the heel into your bottom. Push the hips down into the floor. Feel that stretch down the front of the thigh. Of course, if you're not comfy doing this one, you can always go onto your side, lean on one elbow, take heel to bottom and knee back, hips forwards. Just as an alternative. Well done, guys. Super work today. I do hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I'll see you soon for another video. Take care and enjoy your exercise.